What up guys, how you guys doing? I'm Thales and we're back with another how to slice. In today's how to slice video, we're going to be checking out a awesome zodiac sign. So let's go to the video. So this is the Capricorn zodiac sign and this is the couple version. So this is really nice. This is a fantastic Valentine's Day gift. So in this video, we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print it. So let's go. So right here in layers and parameters, especially in layer height, right here in layer height, we're going to be printing this model at the standard 0.2 millimeters. So we're not going to be increasing, neither reducing this value. Feel free to change this value as you may like. So let's say 0.80 millimeters. By printing at 0.80 millimeters, you're going to have more layers to print, so it's going to take more time to print. But as this is a really big model, you're not going to be able to see those fine lines at 0.2 millimeters. So this is a good balance between quality of print and time of print. Going over to perimeters, we're going to be leaving at 3 just so we can get a really rigid model so it does not break on smaller parts such as the heart. Going over to infill, we're going to be increasing to 10% just to get a more dense model with the gyroid infill pattern. Going over to brim, right here, if we take a look, this model does not need any brim because it's got a solid surface of contact to the build plate, but the horns do not. So to help with the bed adhesion, let's say your models keep on flipping and unsticking from the build plate, a good thing to do is brim, but other things to do you can do is clean your build plate really well with some isopropylic alcohol or detergent and make sure that your printer is really well leveled to get a really good first layer, because that's going to impact a lot your first layer and the adhesion your model is going to get to the build plate. And something you can do is add some type of adhesion. So let's say some glue stick. Feel free to do that too. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to add a brim just to the horn to help with bed adhesion. This is optional. You do not need any brim on the horns. I'm just going to be showing you how to add some brim in this build plate. So just the horn and not add any brim to the model itself. To do that, you can just select the horns, right click, add settings, skirt and brim. Brim type, brim width. This way you can be adding a 5mm brim just to the horns. So as you can see, the horns right here, the model right here, we got some skirt and brim just on this one. This one does not have any brim. So by adding brim, it increases the surface of contact right here to the build plate and it avoids your print unsticking or tipping over, especially on tall parts that have not a really big base. So this is optional. You do not need any brim. As I said before, there are a lot of tips to help with the bed adhesion without having to add any brim. So let's go back. So we do not add any brim right here to the whole project, just to specific models. So this is a really nice tip to know for future projects that you may want to print. Going over to support material, this model is optimized for printing, so we're not going to be adding any support material. As for speed, you can be printing this model at your standard print speed. If you're going to change any of these values, feel free to do so, print with a profile that you may like, but if you're going to change, always to lower values. Never try to print faster, because by printing slower values, you're going to have a good quality print, and slow, good cooling, and the chances of your print failing are lower. So it's better to print one time really slow than trying to print fast and it failing multiple times. Let's say 3 times. It's going to take too much time to fail. So it's better to print slower one time and guarantee a good quality print. So feel free to change this value. It's going to depend. It's going to vary between printers. For the Ender 3v3 SE, it's going to be different than a Babylab A1, let's say. So feel free to change these values as you may like. Right here on small perimeters by reducing it. So let's say 50mm. I'm just going to be showing you what's going to change. Right here on some small perimeters, it's going to reduce the speed while printing them. This is quite nice to help with overhangs and bridges. So now we are ready to slice. So as you can see, we have sliced and it looks quite nice. Right here, the horns, we have some custom brims, so just to the horns itself, not the model. So all of the layers are being printed quite nicely, as you can see. This is a really nice model and a really nice gift. If you go over to speed, you'll see that it reduces the speed while printing some small perimeters. So this is fantastic to help with the cooling and to guarantee a good quality print, and make sure that on small parts like this one that do not need any brim, this is optional, but it's gonna help by printing slower. It's going to avoid it tipping over while it's printing. So right here, as you have sliced, as you can see, if we go down the layers, this is the exact 102 layers. So if we go over, as you can see, this is a gap. This is where you can insert your magnet. So we have to do a pause to insert the magnet. So it's gonna print until here. It's gonna stop. We gotta make sure it stops so you can insert the magnet. Then it's gonna close up with the magnet inside the model. To do that, we just find the last layer, which is this one. Select right here. So this is a pause. This is actually a color change on Prusa, but on Bamboo Slicer, it is a pause. It's the same thing. So you can just click right here and you gotta slice again. But as you can see, it's gonna change the color to our model. So this color change indicates where it's going to stop. So we can insert our magnet. So the model is ready to print. Make sure you check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STL Flix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.